everybody. This is going to be a new type of video, and I'm going to be calling them Money Moves Monday, or just Monday Money, or Money Monday. One of those. You'll see it in the title. But on Mondays, I'm going to start posting videos on kind of anything financial. Maybe in the beginning of the month, it's going to be kind of like budgeting with me. During the week, we'll see how I'm doing with my budget. And then towards the end of the month, maybe kind of like a budget recap type thing. During these Monday Monies or Money Mondays or whatever, we will be transferring money into some of our goals, whether that's student loan debt, credit card debt, whatever it may be. Similar to Transfer Tuesdays, if you guys know that term by, I think, Pennies Over Perfections and Layla Personal Finance Debt Over It also does Transfer Tuesdays. Similar to that, but we'll be doing that on Mondays as well as other money things, not just that. So, quick recap over. Now let's just get straight into kind of my goals for this year. Quickly, I do want to go over kind of my story and where I'm at right now. I think personal finance is personal, so it's important to kind of share my story and get a glimpse of that to understand how I'm able to do some of the things I'm about to share. First of all, I live at home with my parents, pay 0 bills. I am so thankful for that. Other than bills I put on myself, like Amazon Prime or credit card, annual fees, other than those things, 0 bills, very thankful for my parents. I'm in a very special, lucky, privileged position where I can do this. So this might not be very realistic for everybody else. I'm just sharing what my experience looks like. And I'm still seeing quite a few people, at least on TikTok, where kind of people my age are still living at home post-grad. If you're not, that's fine. And if you are, that's fine too. Just wanted to bring it up in terms of my finances, and you'll see why. It's pretty aggressive. So now that we have that story out of the way, goal 0, which is something super easy. I just want to start investing in my 401k. My employer doesn't have a match, so that's pretty unfortunate, but I will be doing a 5% match, which I believe will be around $150 to $160 per paycheck, and I'll just leave it at that. I'll keep it like that for as long as I want to. No changes in the near future, possibly if I ever get a raise, but I'll just leave it. I haven't done it quite yet, but I do plan to do it today when I log back in because I'm at lunch right now. Alrighty, so now we're on goal number 1. And goal number 1 is to pay off my student loan debt by the end of 2024. So we have 6 months, and I have about 14,000, just under 14,000 in debt. And the way I plan on doing this is I'll pay the minimum monthly payments, which is $160.10, and then I'll have a pretty aggressive extra payment of $2,000 per month. So, as I mentioned, I'm super lucky that I can even do this. Shout out to my parents. And with my calculations right now, this $2,000 extra per month, I think I'll be able to pay off 90% of my debt for 2024. Or sorry, before the end of 2024 or before 2025. So there's still a little bit of a challenge because there's still 10% that I'm gonna have to like maybe have side hustle or sell some things, flip some things. I don't know. We're gonna try to reach that goal of not having to make one last payment in January of 2025. But if I do need to, no biggie. And then once those student loans are paid off, all the money that was going towards student loans will now go towards 2 things: maxing out my Roth IRA and then going towards an emergency fund. My emergency fund right now is at $1,000, and that's not much at all. But as I mentioned, I live at home. I don't have to pay rent. This does pay for a bit of my expenses for an amount of time, so that's good for me now. And now that I have this job, I do want to build up a 10K emergency fund because, eventually I'll move out and it'll be hard to build that emergency fund once I start paying rent and all of that. So then my Roth IRA, I will make monthly contributions and try to hit the Roth IRA maximum limit. I believe it's $7,000 this year, so I'm not sure what it will be next year, but let's just assume it's $7,000 maximum contribution in 2025, and between 12 months that would be $583-ish. That's how much will go into my Roth IRA per month, and then whatever money is left will go towards my emergency fund. For example, I'll be paying $2,160.10 towards my student loans throughout 2024. So in 2025, I'll take that money, put the max monthly into the Roth IRA, and then whatever's left over will go into the emergency fund. And with those numbers, just a rough estimate, things might change. I'm not sure. I might be able to get that emergency fund fully funded in about 7 to 8 months, if I'm doing my math correctly. And now for some longer term goals or medium priority goals. These are goals that are kind of further out. I'm not really going to be putting anything towards it because right now any extra income will be going towards debt and emergency fund until those are funded to the amount I want them funded at. But these are just things that are on my mind and things I know that are coming up. First of all, a car fund. My car is a 2005 Honda Civic, so it's getting up there in age. It's almost as old as I am. It is getting up there in mileage, and sooner or later, it's just not worth fixing. So I do want to start saving up for a new car. It's a Honda, and I'm still under 200k miles, so I believe there's quite a bit of life left in it, but it's still very soon where I do need a car relatively. Then secondly would be a move out fund, and while I love living with my parents most times and it's very nice to not have any high payments and all the benefits of living with your parents at home, it's just not sustainable and it's not something I plan to do forever. So I would like to save up for that, security deposit, first and last month, furniture, all that stuff. Moving out is expensive. So definitely thinking about saving up on that. And then a last one, which is a little further than the other two, but I would like to save for a wedding fund, me and my boyfriend, or I like to say significant other. I don't like sharing how long we've been together because it's been a very long time, but I will say it's at least 5 years, definitely more. But a lot of people are like, why aren't you guys engaged yet? Why are you not married yet? Like, I live in California. I live in the Bay Area. It's expensive. Weddings are expensive. Moving out is expensive. And I like to have money ready, or at least an amount of it, or like a percentage of it ready before even planning something. And I'm not someone who would want to have a very, very long engagement. It's totally cool if you do and you're fine with that, do you? I'm just not someone who likes that. If we get engaged, I want to be married within a year, 2 max. We both know it's something that's going to happen eventually, once the finances are right, once everything is right. I just started my career a little later than most people. The timeline's just a little different for everybody, so yeah. And that is this portion of Money Mondays, Monday Monies, Money Moves Monday. I did happen to make a transfer today. I should have waited to do it on camera, but I did it. I paid my student loan minimum for this month, which was $160.10. I had already paid for this month's bill, but for some reason, I think when I was doing my budget, I did it incorrectly in a good way. I had extra money. I had like a second payment of a minimum payment, so I just paid it. So that is the transfer that I'm doing for today in this video. And that's today's Monday Moves, Monday Money Moves, Money Moves Monday, whatever it is. See you guys next time.